Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Welcome, one and all. Hope you're having a fantastic day. What's left of it for some, and of course, the start of a new day for others. I think for some of you all, it's already Sunday, right? Okay, let me see who's here. Always interested in seeing who was first. Lorna Williams, thank you so much for being first. And as always, thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. Okay. And Love Wins Movement. Mary H is here. Let's see. Uh, oh, wow. You all were having your own, your own little, what do you call it? Little coffee clutch here. Very cool. And then Annie Bullard. Okay. Lottie is here. Hello, Lottie. And Bunny Rose is here. Thank you so much. Emerald Derrick. Nuthalando Niandini is here. Antoinette Kennedy. Hello, hello, and hello. Mystic Toxin. Howdy. Thank you so much for being here. Sonia H. And let's see. Terry Thorne. Okay. And is it Amosha Cumberbatch? Thank you so much for being here. And okay, who else is here? Brenda Gray, hello. And hello, R. Erickson. Okay. All right. So, oh, by the way, I am ready. There we go. I'll take that away, and we are good to go. Let me see. All of the lights are on. Very good. I love when everything comes together. All right. Okay, and I just need to open up another screen so I can see what you all are seeing. Okay. Biographers are burning down the bridge, Love Wins movement. I didn't see that one. Biographers are burning down the bridge to the palace. Love it. Love it. What an intriguing title. If only. I hope that's the case. I hope so. Like a disco inferno. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Burn, baby, burn. Disco inferno. Working overtime. Okay. You know, one of my all-time favorite disco songs was Sister Sledge. I wonder why he's the greatest dancer. I wonder why that I've ever seen. I ever seen. One night at the disco on the outskirts of Frisco, I was cruising with my favorite gang. The place was so boring, filled without a town or storing. I knew that it wasn't my thing. Oh man, those were the days, weren't they? Disco. Oh well, all good things must come to an end. And then, of course, a little breakbeat. Da 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 da. Hey, da 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 da. Oh man, that was a good song. Church Nelly. Speaking of disco, hey Church Nelly. Oh well, that was a fun time. That was a fun time. Okay, let's get on with it. So now this just kind of popped out of nowhere. I knew that there was some producing going on, and I didn't really know what to think producing or production or executive producer at that. I didn't really I didn't know what that meant. I mean, I knew there would be decision making, um, cameras, split second decisions, all that kind of stuff. But I didn't know that Nacho was part of it. So that's a little surprise. Well, and we don't know what role he's playing, but he looks like a producer to me. Wow, that must be cool. Aside from charity work, I guess this is like the only other kind of work that they've ever done together that we know of. But wow, keeping it in the family, this gives new meaning to keeping it in the family. I love this for them. I really do. I love it for us. Hey, Black Queen, I hope you're feeling better. I do hope you're feeling better. And remember, if they offer you certain things to deal with the excess pain, don't forget about me. Okay? Don't forget about me. All right. We don't turn nothing down here. We old. We don't turn nothing down. Right? As a matter of fact, I can give you a list of things we never turn down. Okay. Uh, all right. So, uh, since I know that you all have been to the leave me alone, Church Nelly. Since I know we have all been to the uh, okay. Why did I almost say the corner? Since I know we've all been to the website for Sentebale, then you all probably saw this already. Amen. Well, this is the last thing that they posted on their website today. So it says from the office of Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Aha, there it is right there. Yesterday in Wellington, Florida, Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, participated in the Royal Salute Polo Challenge in support of Sentebale. Sentebale was co founded by Prince Harry and Princeso of Lesotho in 2006 in honor of their shared love for the country and their late mothers. The camaraderie and competitive spirit on the field were matched by the generosity of those who attended the challenge. The Duchess was among the many esteemed guests in attendance and presented the trophy to the winning team. Sentebale is a source of support and inspiration for young people, caregivers, and communities in Lesotho and Botswana affected by issues of health, wealth inequity, and climate resilience. This Polo Challenge highlights the importance of these programs, bringing them to the global audience and ensuring that the charity can continue its vital work. Is a reminder that behind the glamour and sport, the heart of the event beats with the stories of those it aims to uplift. The Polo Challenge further exemplifies how sport can be a powerful vehicle for challenge and underscores the importance of empowering young people and their communities around the world. To learn more about Sentebale and its essential work, click here. Click. So, yeah, if you guys want to go there and learn some more about it, well, please, as I say, make sure you send as much traffic toward the Sentebale website. Well, that too, but the Archwell website, so that our faves will know how much we are enjoying the privilege of being able to see the latest. What one of my favorite guilty pleasures was when Petal would like website shame them. You know how Petal says, "Oh, well, it's almost as though they forget they have a website. It would be nice if time to time." Isn't it just like Petal to even call out our faves? It would be nice from time to time if they would check in and maybe add some updates, but sometimes I guess they forget they have a website. That is the funniest thing to me. I love when, well, you know what? Petal hasn't had a chance to do that lately because they have been keeping up with it. So we can't website shame them anymore, but it's a cool website, and they usually have the best of the best of the best of the best. Church Nelly, you go right ahead, and don't forget to remind her that Petal's mom likes Royal Sussex more than any other Sussex friendly space. Make sure you tell the whole story. That always tickles me. I love that. Hi, Petal's mom, if you're watching, thank you so much for being here on Royal Sussex. Yeah. Okay, so let us continue then. Uh, okay. So this is one of those beautiful images they shared on the Archwell Foundation website. Remember, there's two parts to the website. The foundation takes care of things like this. And then, of course, there is the Archwell production, which handles the other stuff. So, and they're kind of color coded. The beige color is the philanthropy and humanitarian page. And the dark blue, the midnight blue, that is the business side of things. That is the production, Archwell production page. So easy to mix the two of them, but either way, aren't we glad we got them? And so right there, as you can see, now you know what? I've seen a bunch of photos from yesterday, but this is like the most neat photo that I've seen of all of them. Some of them, it's like weird angles and a little bit chaotic, but this is perfect. This is perfect. And you know, someone was asking in the spaces, they said, how is she walking in those stilettos? Well, you guys, they are filming, and everybody needs to look as, I mean, of course, you want to be your authentic self. Of course, that's part of it. But also, I mean, let's face it, Meghan does everything that Harry can do, except just like with Ginger Rogers and Fred Astaire, they were both dancing together, but only one of them was wearing high heels and moving backwards most of the time. And such is the very important work that our Duchess has to do because, you know, people expect a little glamour. I mean, they love what Harry wears. Don't get me wrong, but Meghan has what a lot of pressure she has, and she handles it flawlessly. I mean, she has not put a foot wrong fashion wise, but yeah, she has that extra added pressure of, you know, presenting herself, representing the family, the business, the Sussex squad. She has a lot of hats that she have to wear. But what could I say? They are a power couple. Very, very powerful couple. And of course, Meghan is what? The moment. Meghan is the moment. V. Bram, thank you so much for 12 months membership. Thank you very much. Oh, let me highlight you there. All right, 12 months membership. And don't forget, you all, if you would like to have one of those memberships, they start as low as $4.99 and they go as high as $99. So far, I don't think there's anyone who's taken me up on that one. You know, I got tickled when put the thing in there, I was just like, okay, here we go. Here we go. Anyway, so yeah, I got tickled too. I got tickled too. I mean, I've hung around this channel long enough. I'm like, that's kind of steep. All right, all right. Let's keep it moving. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. There you go. Their faces washed with sunlight. How beautiful. Except, of course, for Delphina, who's wearing that very glamorous hat that she's wearing. And very smart, too. That is very smart. We must protect ourselves from the sun. Well, some of us really have to do it more than others, but we have to protect ourselves from the sun. Let me see. Okay. Oh, there we go. Hi, Baron. For your information, Petal thoroughly and encouragingly website shamed the Sussexes the other day to add a link button to entities they are working with. She will make them even better. Yeah, I think they heard her the first time. So I'm pretty sure that somewhere in Montecito, there's a control room where there's a group of people working for the Sussexes, and part of their daily report is what did Petal say? Yeah, absolutely. I'm telling you, nobody can bring the heat like Petal. I love that. I love that. I love when she's outraged about some topic. I'm like, give them hell, Petal. Give them hell. All right. Thank you very much for that. Arrington W. Thank you very much for that. Oh, let's see. Mamie Ricks, thank you so much for the super sticker. And thank you for being a member of Royal Sussex. Happy Saturday or early Sunday for you. Thank you very much. Okay. And there we go. Just a couple of action photos they included. Now, you guys, I'm looking deep into the greenery in the background there because I'm trying to see if I see anybody that shouldn't be there. Yeah, because the weirdest thing happened. The weirdest thing happened, I'll tell you in a moment. You probably have heard it already. I was listening to VS, so I'm pretty sure you heard it earlier. But I tell you, for two of the most irrelevant people in the world, everybody's just trying to get next to them. Now that's it right there. Glamorous. Talk about glamour. And everybody is talking about that outfit. Everybody is talking about that outfit. You know, it kind of calls to reference a few different things, but just glamorous. It kind of reminds you of the wedding day, right? When she wore the gown for the reception. And of course, when you're that toned, you have the right to bear arms. And then, of course, it's just a little flirtatious with the opening so low in the front. You know, it's kind of like, it almost seems so conservative because your neck is covered, right? But then as you go down, there's that little opening. How cool is that? And and of course, you can tell it is made from a natural fiber because our Duchess does not do anything that is unsustainable and wasn't made with care. And so, as you can see, she is. By the way, you guys, I heard Nana said something very rude. I cannot wait to talk about that. Very rude, but I won't let her spoil this moment. They look gorgeous. The color palette that they have, very beigey, a little subtle grayness with Harry's coat, the sky blue, the white trousers that he always wears for the polo games. And then, of course, he switches into a uniform. But you can tell that he's going to play polo when he wears those white pants. Very cool. They look so chic and glamorous. And this is why I always tell people leave Harry alone. I love the way his hair frames his face. I love that. As for those other angles, that's Harry. I love it just the same. But I love the way it frames his face. I mean, what a beautiful couple. Now, of course, I told y'all the mail was mostly talking about orange juice yesterday. But when they finally broke free and clear from that, I don't think anybody was really reading that stuff. It probably was not as interesting as they thought it was. Most of us who lived through it definitely wasn't interested in trying to bring it. I don't know why people watch some of those made for TV movies about certain cases. If you followed the actual case, a dramatization of some pretty sick stuff doesn't seem like entertainment to me. Anyway, Meg's the boss. Moment Meghan Markle appears to tell woman to stand next to her instead of Harry at glitzy polo event, forcing her to awkwardly duck under Prince's trophy. Y'all, they was looking for something. Woo! I bet you they so glad they found something to talk about. Oh, they happy. They are so pleased with themselves. They have found a gotcha. Aha! Gotcha. They have finally found a gotcha. And I don't know about you all, but I think this is going to satisfy the stockholders. Yeah. Anybody who's holding stock in that rag called the Daily Fail, I think it's going to be a Merry Christmas from this one article because, aha, we knew we'd find something. We haven't wasted these high-powered Hubble telescope lenses. Not at all. We knew we'd find something. YM Droid says, it reminds you of other princesses could never pull that off, and that a certain missing princess has never had her husband show that much affection. Hear, YM Droid. Absolutely right. The very cold nature of that other one's relationship on full display for the entire world, it seemed like it would be embarrassing. And I have to tell you, I was, a couple of the squatties had actually shared, I don't know which show that was. And, certain squatties, when they share those things, well, first of all, we don't, if you look at it through their page, you're not giving them any, any clicks, which turns into cash. So also, if they post it, then it was probably very important that we hear it. So I went ahead and I listened to it. And, I wasn't going to do it, but they tripping, you all. They were tripping. But I think you are going to be pleasantly surprised at what they said. So let me cue that up and I will share it with you. I'm like, really? Really? Yeah, they were for real. So glad we got the real thing, baby. So glad we got the real thing. I'm glad we got the real thing, baby. Okay. Take me just a second to find this. But oh, I think this is the one. Went right to it. Okay. I'm gonna pull this down a little bit. I hope you can hear it well. Let me turn the sound up. But they went there, y'all. They went there.
We did with the King and Queen, with the Duke and Duchess of Sussex.
I really don't know that. But I mean, everyone said, oh, this marriage isn't going to last. You're right, they did. But you know, Matt, you know a little bit about this because you've been out in California.
Oh, sorry. That was not at the beginning. Let me take it all the way to the beginning.
Again, back to the beginning, Duke and Duchess of Sussex. How do you see this marriage playing out? Because when, obviously, there was a huge amount of stress when they moved to America, and there was constant, rumours that maybe it might not work out, but they're still going strong. We spoke earlier about they've still got plans that they're both working on for new Netflix shows, so they've still got ideas. Are you surprised that the naysayers have been proved wrong, that the marriage still is, they still are together and they still are living in California? And how do you see this marriage plan out? Will we have a 25th wedding anniversary or a 19th wedding anniversary as we do with the King and Queen with the Duke and Duchess of Sussex?
I really don't know that. But I mean, everyone said, oh, this marriage isn't going to last. You're right, they did. But you know, Matt, you know a little bit about this because you've been out in California. I think, my opinion, and I think Harry has got an obsessive love for Meghan. And I don't think he would ever leave her. She's in control. And as long as she remains in control, I think she's happy. So I think the marriage is I think they're very happy. And who wouldn't be happy living in that gorgeous house? They've got two lovely children. I know they're not popular in this country, but does that really worry them? I don't know. What do you think, Matt?
Well, no, you're right. I did go to California last summer because there was lots of reports and lots of rumours that there was trouble in paradise. So there was lots of online comments, lots of people on Twitter and stuff like that. So we did look into it, and all we could fathom out was that there were just lots of claims. So it was always the case with rumours, where you hear rumours, but once you actually dig into it, there didn't seem to be any real kind of key source that could say there's always rumours that Harry was staying in a hotel here.
That was very strange, yeah.
But it really did snowball, and a lot of people were talking about it. So I did pop out and have a look, and I couldn't really find any evidence of that. And it was pointed out that they have a huge sprawling mansion with guest houses. So if they did want to live apart, they could just live apart on the house. But I found no evidence of them living apart. What I was told.
So they actually, and what's so crazy about that is I know the same thing that you all know, and that is the fact that was projection. They were projecting in preparation for the 2024 announcement. They were projecting for that 2024 announcement. So now you can see why they shared that. And I was just like, okay, well, it confirms a lot of things that we suspected. But the fact that this person, and by the way, that was Ingrid Sewer, and that guy, I don't know what his name is, but he's, I don't know what his name is. But anyway, that was the Sun, whatever, exclusive Sun Royal show. But it's a stark contradiction to
my wife.
Yes. Anyway, it is a very stark contradiction.
My wife and I.
My wife and I.
For me and my wife. I'm so proud of my wife. My incredible wife. And an amazing wife. The soulmate in my wife. Thank you, my love. The mother to my children. The love of my life.
And what I know about the two of them, and I wish the world knew how much they love these two people love each other. They found each other out of all these odds against them finding each other, they found each other, and the love that they have is really, really moving. And I just wanted to do anything I could to support them.
Isn't that funny? Sometimes you know when you meet someone.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you can see like what love is, and
Right.
you can tell right away.
Yeah, yeah. And if I don't have that, what she and Harry have, I don't want it.
So, you know what, guys? Listen. Oh, by the way, Wham Droid, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm not bothered by that. I'm not bothered by it at all because it confirms that the Sussexes relationship is strong, right? And it also confirms that everything that they were accused of in terms of their relationship was a big fat lie. Okay. Also, in her own twisted way, Ingrid paid a huge compliment. They have those wonderful kids, the great home, and the relationship is strong. Now, she had to throw some shade in there and say Harry has an obsessive love for his wife. And to me, that's where it falls apart, because the whole idea that Meghan is in control, and yes, he is obsessed with loving her, but the idea that she's in control and that's why she's happy, they are a partnership. It looks like control because he's not disrespecting his princess. This is one prince that is not disrespecting his princess. And that seems strange to them. After witnessing Charles and with his antics toward Princess Diana, is there any wonder that they think that that's normal? Harry pays respect to her and she pays respect to him. If the idea that they are trying to portray Harry as someone that is being controlled, one thing we know about Harry is that he stands on principle. He stands on principle. That's one of the sources of his faith, is his principles. And he never deviates from that, ever. He stands on principle. And when he sees a wrong, he's ready to right it. So the other thing I'll say about that too is that, let's face it, Polo is a risky thing. There's a lot of things that Harry does, like when they went to that trip to Africa and he was flying on that little prop plane. I don't like the idea of a little prop plane. I don't care whether it's here or there or wherever. You know, anything smaller than a 747, I'm a little nervous. But, you know, he went off to go and handle his business when they were in Africa and came back later that day or whatever. You know, my point is, anytime your family is away from each other, you have no control over events. But because there's so much love and trust, they don't seem to worry about that. You know what I'm saying? You don't have a lot of control over events. The only way to stay completely safe is to wrap yourself up in bubble wrap and those little peanuts and cotton wool and stuff like that. The Sussexes are living their life. They're taking the appropriate risk wherever necessary to make this world a better place. To make this world a better place. Okay? So I know a lot of people are just like, oh, you know, I don't want them to go out, or I don't want people to announce when they're going to show up. I've heard that. They can't succeed if they're walking on eggshells. They cannot succeed if they're walking on eggshells, they have to assume the same type of risk that most working people do, including leaving the house in the morning, that kind of stuff. So, and lastly, I'm going to throw a little something extra on that talking point. The other thing is, that they're trying to frighten everybody about Harry's citizenship and trying to make it seem as though election night he may have to pack his bag and all that kind of stuff. You all don't worry about that. God is in control. Do not worry about it. I don't think they're worried about it. If they were worried about something like that, they wouldn't have taken part of that. What is that? The deep fake video stuff. If they were afraid to get on someone's wrong side, they wouldn't have gotten involved with that deep fake video stuff. You understand what I'm saying? They are not really being political. However, some of the actions that they're taking may not seem like the easiest thing to do. It's not going to make sure everybody is your friend. It will make some enemies here and there, but they are living their lives and they are taking certain risks to do the work that they want to do. And so long as, that's their plan, I'm going to stand behind them however I can, whether it's supporting a charity or, amplifying the messages they're sending out, whatever it is, I'm going to be a part of that. It's your choice whether or not you choose to. But this is an important year. I'm not going to say it's make or break, but it's an important year. And they got things to do. So they can't sneak in the back door and all that kind of stuff. They got to move like the rest of society. So don't be afraid. My point is, don't be afraid. They grown-ups. They're very smart. And they know what they're doing. Okay? Trust the Sussexes to make the right choices. And I'm only saying this because, I feel the same thing too. And I have to talk myself down from my anxiety about what's going to happen next. But they're winning, you guys. They are winning. Don't forget that. They are winning. So don't bring your hands in despair because you think everything is going to come crashing down. They got a plan B, a plan C, and a plan D. They got some very good representation. They have some very powerful friends. They're moving amongst real power brokers. And they have access to people that other people would dream about. They have access to these people. So who we look at on television, that's somebody they call a friend. And not everybody you see on television is good, and not everybody is bad. And even the in-betweens, some of them can be useful, like the Kardashians. I know a lot of people aren't thrilled about that, but they got work to do. And if you can do this work without compromising your integrity, then so much the better. So anyway, that was my little pep talk about that. Do not despair. God is in control, and they are very smart people. Lex says, yet these rats want access. How pathetic. How pathetic. I'm going to have to clean my computer screen. How pathetic. Aren't they embarrassed? Aren't they embarrassed? Thank you so much, Legs, for the super chat. And thank you for being here tonight on Royal Sussex. They ought to be embarrassed. So take a look, you guys. Take a look. This is how it's done. This is how it's done. By the way, take a look in the back there. You see that sign? Gators. They're talking about gators. Now, why did I think that woman was Doria? I don't know why I thought that was Doria. But seriously, I thought that was Doria. I'm like, Doria's a producer? Come on, Doria. I thought that was Doria. I did. I'm like, Doria's a producer too? Come on. She got one of those chairs with her name on the back of it? Or is that just for directors and such? But Doria? But it's not Doria. It looks like, I mean, at a glance, it looks like her. So I got really excited. I was like, yes, yes. Wait, that's not Doria. But that would have been cool. That would have been very cool if it was. Anyway, looks like a fun day. I don't know who the guy with the striped shirt is, but wow, that must be fun. That must be fun. I'm so happy to see this. You guys, it's all coming together. Have faith. It is all coming together. I believe a very wise man once said, because you got to have faith, 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 baby. Of course, some of that song is a little, I can't really, but yes, but the hook is you got to have faith. Okay. But yeah, so that is what the producers are doing. They're producing. Love it. I mean, look at them. They kicked back with their work clothes on. They have literally kicked back and got their work clothes on. And don't they look so young? I'm looking at Nacho and I'm looking at Harry. And look at how well they are aging, especially Harry, away from all of the stress and despair that he left behind in Narnia. You got to love it. You got to love it. I love this for them. There you go. There's Nacho and Harry shaking hands with someone that's got a microphone and looks like he's got one of those headsets on. Very cool. Hey, VS, I was listening to you earlier. Good fun. Lots of information. Love it. Really, what did I say? What did I say? I say so much in the course of a day, I don't really remember. I promise you, when I step away from this microphone, I just go blank. I go blank. Okay. And right here, so this, of course, this is from The Fail. Let's see where the shade is. And by the way, I didn't go to the article. I grabbed this from someone else. Prince Harry looks relaxed as he makes another cameo in Posh World of Polo. Okay, I'm going to ring the bell every time there's something shady. With dozen-strong Netflix film crew in tow. That's shady because, they love to obsess about Harry and the Netflix film crew. You guys, I'm not even going to get a couple of paragraphs in before they start being shady. The couple mingled with spectators and smiled for photos while Harry saddled up to take on a team captained by his dashing Argentine pal, Nacho Figueras. Okay, now that was very complimentary. The carefully choreographed event raised funds for the Sentebale organization, which the prince co-founded in 2006 with kids, to help kids, that is, battling HIV in Africa. It was also a chance to begin filming for Harry's new documentary offering unprecedented access to the world of professional polo, one of two new projects the Sussexes have in the works. Okay, we're doing good. Who wrote this? Ben Ashford? Okay. Let me see. A camera crew followed the couple every move as Harry scored a goal, then stepped up to the podium to receive the trophy and a tender kiss from Meghan. So far, so good. The new show will be produced by Milos Balic, the Emmy award-winning filmmaker behind the Ryan Reynolds sports doc, Welcome to Wrexham. Okay, not bad. Not bad. It was just a couple of little shady points out the gate. But I don't think this is a Daily Mail writer. Ben Ashford in Wellington maybe he probably a freelance. Probably a freelance. You know, they're kicking everybody off the payroll. Pretty soon, they're going to either use the AI to write these articles, or they're going to probably go to like middle school and have those kids write it. Huh. Okay. Okay. There we go. And there is a salute, Royal Salute Scotch whiskey. Royal Salute Scotch whiskey. Say that 10 times fast. Scotch whiskey, Scotch whiskey, Scotch whiskey, Scotch whiskey. Okay, let me try that one more time. Scotch whiskey, Scotch whiskey, Scotch whiskey. I can't even say it 2 times fast. Scotch whiskey. There we go. I can't even say it 2 times fast. What is Harry wearing? We all know what Meghan wore, but date spotted Friday, 12th April, Wellington, Florida. Prince Harry wore white trousers and a light blue shirt with a beige jacket. He is wearing finally Marshall sunglasses and his Vince Pacific corduroy sneakers. Okay. Looking good, Harry. Looking good. Everything looks good on you. All right. Oh, I made this video yesterday, the producers. I won't play it today, but all right. Can I get some flowers for that beautiful thumbnail? Made it myself. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So essentially, that particular video focused on the other production teams or production companies they will be working with. Okay. As a matter of fact, the one of them, I actually saw the company represented on the you know how they have those little bulletin. Not bulletin, but you know how they have those little vinyl signs on the wall in the background. Well, I saw one of the companies represented there. So, but let me see here. Sentebale, better up. Oh, there it is. Archwell Productions. So I'm just going to name the companies. Archwell Production. Okay, one of the companies is called the Intellectual Property Corporation, and the other one is Boardwalk Pictures. So Archwell, along with Intellectual Property Corporation and Boardwalk Pictures. So intellectual property, I think it's like a subsidiary of Sony Pictures. So they're working with some big people, some key players. And anyway, I'm looking forward to it. It's pretty exciting. Pretty exciting. Now, I am going to... Oh, Emma D, thank you so much for the forget-me-nots. I am going to switch out Love Wins Movement, and I'm going to put VS up there as soon as I can find VS. Okay. Well, if y'all put it up again, I'll pin it later. But yeah, so that is what that one is about. Very cool. Now, you guys have heard that not every member of the press corps, actually, there really isn't a press corps. There's not a Royal Rota. You can tell that these were people that were welcomed by Prince Harry, because after all, you see there, the British press trying to camouflage with the Bushes after Prince Harry bans them from. Prince Harry banned the British press from the event. So I want you to take notice. Oh, thank you, Church Nelly. I want you to take notice of how far away these photos are. They are so far away. I mean to tell you, they are, it's like living in Tennessee in one of them hollers. You know how they live in those hollers? And if you want to see your nearest neighbor, you got to walk a country mile. They're about a country mile away, but they're using those big telescopic lenses. Like that time when Will and Kate went to France and they saw those little mosquito bites and put them in that French magazine. Same thing, except nobody is topless. But yeah, so, you know, I'm pretty sure that that's not just some random tree or branch or something like that. I'm pretty sure that that is one of the tabloid reporters. As a matter of fact, I'm very sure that that is a tabloid reporter. Trying to pretend to be some random act of nature's own uniqueness, but nope. And from that distance, oh, and let me tell you something, guys. If you saw the video, it is so funny. All you could hear is trucks. You know how those trucks be bearing down on those clutches and you know, and the roar of the tires on the pavement. It is so loud. It's embarrassingly loud. It is embarrassingly loud. But that's as close as they could get. You know, the people at the occasion, especially the reporters that were invited, they don't hear all that noise because, you know, they're supposed to be there. But the Daily Mail, and I think my favorite part of all is when I found out that they had actually tried to go in like, oh, press, and they like pulled out the staff at the place, the club or whatever, the staff. They were just like, wait a minute, what news group do you represent? Daily Mail US. Nope. Not even. Don't even try it, Jim Shoe. You might as well get the stepping because you are not welcome. Prince Harry has an approved list of journalists who are allowed to enter the facility, and you're not on it. So I would avoid the pond because there's gators over there, but you cannot come over here because you are not, I repeat, you are not welcome. So and so they had to skedaddle. So they had to go and wait out there by the off ramp. They had to go and wait right there next to the freeway because that was like the only place where they can get an angle into the club. It was embarrassing. God, that's funny to me. That is too funny. They are just like a country mile away, and everybody is enjoying each other's company and the clinging of the glasses as they toast and enjoy themselves, while the Daily Mail they're eating from the little kids' table, right? You know how on Thanksgiving they have the regular dining table, and then of course they have like the little kids' table. Usually it's like some kind of little they pull that table out of like one of the daughter's bedrooms and put it they put it over in the corner. Everything is the same except it's miniature. You know, the people at the table have the glass to drink out of. And of course, the kiddie table, they have those little Dixie cups. The people at the grown-up table, you know, all of the food is in the center of the table. But the at the kids' table, they have to wait until somebody spoon feed them practically. So not very respectable for the largest, most what is it? The most read English news publication. Not very dignified for them. But wait, it gets better because they were like anybody who's how do I put this? Like any rogue or a bad date, they are prepared to be rejected. They are prepared. That's why they had those long range lenses. I mean, look at this. Here's one of those great shots. Now, tell me this. Do you see Harry or Meghan? Do you see Nacho or Delfina? Do you see anybody of relevance? All I see is the real welcomed, listed reporters. So you mean to tell me times are so hard for you that you're actually photographing the reporters that are welcome to be there? Or let me see. Okay, I think some of those are Netflix. See the ones with the headphones? And then the other ones, they look like the reporters. So, yeah. Yes, Adrian Burrow, they get the scraps. They get the scraps. They take all the scraps and they dump it out there in that hog trough and let them hogs have at it. Have hog will travel. Yep. Have hog will travel. But that's enough about Piers Morgan. They really ought to be embarrassed. I wonder how far they traveled for the privilege of being rejected. How far does one travel to be rejected? Well, you know what? If William flew all the way to New York to be rejected, remember he was standing outside the UN hoping somebody would notice him? Like some, for lack of a better word, like some working girl under a street lamp. Like some working girl under the street lamps near the loading docks. He was standing out there waiting, hoping to capture someone's interest, but it didn't happen. And so, well, at least they got a nice image of their backs. They got a nice image of their backs. I just realized that the guy with the blue pants on, you see him? He got more behind than Pippa. Now, if Pippa had that much behind, we wouldn't have that debate going on about did she or didn't she. Now, Pippa should be that lucky. Yeah, Pippa should be that lucky. Oh, well, nice image of their backsides. And of course, I'm starting to think that some of those, what do you call it? Some of those crocodiles were not actually crocodiles. I'm starting to think some of them were not exactly what they appeared to be. I'm starting to think that some of them were, what do you call it? I think they were royal reporters. I really do. I'm starting to think they were royal reporters. And I do have some evidence. Check out that one. Now, how much clearer can you be that that is a man in a suit? They have put a man in a suit pretending to be an alligator, hoping that they could get some close-up images of the party. So, yeah, that is what that is. I'm telling you, there's a big, long zipper somewhere, but that is not a real alligator. And, of course, there is the camos, the camouflage. Some of them literally ran into that murky, dark water, risking life and limb with those alligators. And then others, of course, were pretending to be a ficus tree. But either way, they couldn't get too close because the security that the Sussexes have, well, you know how they are. They see everything. And then, of course, talk about a fail. This is a daily fail. There was one that was so desperate, he literally pretended to be like an old piece of driftwood. Yeah, look at me. I'm a tree. Look at me. I'm a tree. So there you go. The lengths that some people will go through to try to get a photo of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. But remember, if you're not on the list, you're not welcome. You're not welcome. But there you have an Archwell camera that's supposed to be there. And this poor guy right here, he's being harassed by, what is that, a crane? He's being harassed by a crane. Obviously, like everybody else, that bird noticed what a lovely couple the Sussexes were. And so the bird, I guess, went and found some big beach ball or something and just started, rolling out there on the ball to try to block the camera. Oh, man. I knew I was going to have fun with that one. So you all probably recognize this wretched soul right here. This is a Deranger account, and she loves to use Meghan's photo. Well, anyway, I think they got this backwards. Real royals versus Temu flops. I would flip that around if I were you, ma'am or sir. I would flip that around because there is plenty realness on the right side. On the left side, I mean, it looks like Kate is not just trying to avoid kissing William. She looks like she's having a stroke or some kind of spell or something. Why is her face all contorted like that? You see what I'm saying? And that's the exact same thing that happened with Charles and Diana. Charles went to lean in for that kiss, and Diana was having none of it. So what was like a little small dose of intimacy became like a stroke victim. I mean, literally twisting her face in a way that could not be healthy. You know how the parents always say, you better stop, your face is going to get stuck like that. Well, I guess it's too little too late. But yeah, there you have it. And then, of course, Kate thought Meg had wanted her fashion contacts. Yeah, Meg's asking for Little House on the Prairie fashion tips from the 1930s through the 1950s aesthetic. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. And I think it was Cloud Nugget who actually found one of the photos from, one of the promos from the television series. I didn't know that Kate Middleton was on Little House on the Prairie. I know she dresses like she was either on Little House on the Prairie or, I don't know, maybe like one of them Mennonites or Quakers or whatever. But check her out. Yeah, that color palette. I promise you, I've seen her and some other women down at the Amtrak station one day. I guess they were switching trains or whatever, but I could have swore I saw them at the Amtrak with that same weird pastel color. Yep. There you go. This is what I was talking about. I just saw this photo for the first time today. How sweet is that? Spirit tribe, not connected by blood, but rather by energy. Those who are there for you through the good and the bad, those who are patient and those who are supportive of you and your dreams. Now, I think that's beautiful. I think that's beautiful. And thank God Meghan has this. Thank God she has this. This is what she has. This is where her life is today. And it's what she deserves. What a beautiful photo. I love that. I love it. I love that for her. Look at that. That is a beautiful thing. And don't forget now, the Daily Mail was just saying that Meghan was ordering people around, right? Isn't that what they said? She was ordering people around and being bossy. I don't see anything here but love. Now, I think the lady on the right side, left side, I think she's a producer or something like that. But or she works for one. I believe she works for one of those companies that I mentioned earlier. Oh, wait a minute. She's the one, or is she the one from Netflix? That Bella something. Maybe that's who that is. I really can't tell. But what a beautiful night to be there at sunset in Wellington, Florida. Lovely. And then, of course, not to leave out those two amazing people. My brother is my ally for life against all challenges, understands and encourages me, is my best friend and guide, isn't afraid to tell me when I'm wrong, will always love me no matter what I do. I know will be forever with me. Ah, my brother will be there forever with me. How beautiful is that? There, I mean, one more time. And you see what I'm talking about? That is a beautiful thing. And it's what our faves deserve. You know, their families really let them down. They did. Their families really let them down. But if there's anything that you can say good that has come out of this, aside from the fact that Harry and Meghan have started a family of their own, it is the fact that they have friends that are family to them. And that's very important because sometimes those are the people that you talk to first thing in the morning, right? At the end of the day. And of course, there is Alba, who is just admires Auntie Meghan, just admires her. That is really sweet. I mean, they have truly been family to each other. And then when they wanted just the guys to take photos, Delphina and Meghan retreated over to one of the tents. Very, very cool. Meghan smiled and waved at the cameras as she walked hand in hand with Nacho and Delphina's daughter, Alba. Oh, okay. Oh, this is a close-up of the other photo. I didn't really recognize it until just now. Yesterday, when I put this up, I didn't know that who was standing close to them. Okay. All right. So those were from yesterday. And more of today. Beware of gators. Oh, they are literally by the water. You see that? I didn't recognize that as I didn't recognize as that was water. Okay. I did not realize that was water behind them. Oh, well, y'all be careful. Oh, take a look. Now, I don't know if this is that artist that have done several of these in the past, but by the time I found it, there was no credit on it. So, or should I say, it wasn't accredited to anyone, but very beautiful. That really elevates. Every time they do something like big like this, it would be so nice to have a wall where you could just hang those little frames side by side, print these out and just hang them to remember those events. Very cool. Ah, you leaving? You're okay? Ah, ah, ah. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, did I put these up twice? I think I did. Oh, and then there's this one. I missed these yesterday, so I shared those today. Huh, okay. Oh, maybe somebody got some juicy gossip or something, whatever it is. Very cool. If I didn't know better, I would say that Delphina has kicked her shoes off. Either that or she's wearing some very low profile sandals. Oh, that must feel good. That must feel really good to be able to kick those shoes off. Y'all, I had to tell you this. One of the biggest things, and it's not much in this world that I'm jealous of, but on a hot day, when you're in a crowd, or let's say you're in line outside somewhere and it's hot and you sweating here and sweating there, you got those little wet spots everywhere. And then somebody roll a little chubby baby up in that carriage with them legs cocked up like the Thanksgiving turkey. On those hot days, if I could have somebody push me around and have my legs cocked up like that, I wouldn't I wouldn't be suffering. But I can't even put my pajamas on or put something lighter on or anything like that. I'm just stuck. But those little kids, they kicked their shoes off and had them legs dangling off the side of the pram. That must be a good thing. I'm telling you, that's got to be cool. I'm just sweating all up under this and all up under there, and they riding past looking like Happy Thanksgiving. It reminds me of that song from Etta James, where she say, "I'm gonna tell you fellas about the blues. You see, the blues came from way down south, and when the fellas used to pick cotton and dig ditches, they used to write songs to amuse themselves, and it goes something like this here. Your mama cooked a chicken. She thought it was a duck. She put it right out on the table with his legs cocked up. I love you, baby. You got me running. You got me hiding." The first time I heard that song, I got so tickled, but I love that song. That's how Etta James used to open that song when she was younger. Your mama cooked the chicken. She thought it was a duck. Oh man, that was a good song. Okay, they don't write them like that no more, and maybe they shouldn't. Okay. Take a look at a couple of your comments here. Beverly McCaskill says, Baron, those last 3-4 pictures that you are showing was from when they had another polo event, not the one from this weekend. Look at Delphina's jumpsuit. And she was wearing, oh, really? Oh, let me take a look. Well, I don't want to go back too far. But I did notice Is it this one? No, it can't be that one. Huh. Okay. I'll try to take a note of that and check it out. All right. But has everyone seen Princess missing with a girlfriend holding her hand, not giving her a hug? Yeah. Nope. Nope. I don't think I've ever seen that. Don't think I've ever seen that. Oh, okay. Yeah. So that's Serena and Meghan hitching a ride there. And okay, I think I shared this yesterday. No, some of these I had, different ones, but these were the ones I found today. Very cool. Oh. Okay. Oh, that's when Harry got a little jealous. Harry got a little jealous. You see him putting that hand up like, hold up, bruh. 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 It ain't even that kind of party. Hold up. Oh, man. I don't think that's Nacho. I think that's the other guy. Yeah, that's the one on the right side there. That's the one Harry got that hand up. Let me see. Number 4. Yeah, number 4. And this, that's the gift table. That is the gift table. So, it's they can't play during the they can't play during the midday because it's probably just too hot. So they wait until early evening to play. Very smart. Okay. Got a couple of repeat photos here. Don't know how I did that. And of course, we now go to the studios of of GB News to get a response from Nana Akua. Nana? Huh, why should I even care? Why should I even care? It looks like America's Playboy Prince is still playing. Huh. Well, Nana, actually, he is a very serious Hollywood executive producer. Oh, if that's what's passing for producing nowadays. Well, as I don't know if y'all noticed this, but Nana is being a little spontaneous. She is parting her hair, or whose ever hair it is. She's parting her hair on the right side, it appears. Yeah. I guess she wants people to take her more serious as a journalist. And I would suppose that looking so alluring and so captivating day after day, people weren't taking her serious. But now that she has that very conservative part, that should raise up the ratings, I would imagine. However, I'm still thinking that she's gonna be in for a spot of bother because, as I discussed before, I don't normally soil my timeline, says one of the squatties, but what the flapjacks? I can't imagine the conversation in the mirror today. Yeah, looking better with the side parting. Winks at self. Does she not have anyone in her life who? Oh, never mind. Oh, you guys, the squad can be a little shady sometimes. Was there no one who could stop her? I mean, who let her wander out the house like that? I wonder. I have a better question. Who would have the courage to stop her? Amber Rowan says, Baron, that's a Brillo soap pad on Nana's head. Oh, for cleaning out those big commercial pots, huh? Those pots that's so big you got to crawl inside of it. I get you. Thank you so much for your super chat. Yes. Now you know how sometimes when you have one of those black iron skillets that is passed down generation to generation, I think I've just figured out how to clean away years of grease. I think I have just figured it out, but it's a trade secret, so I can't tell you. I can't tell you, but I think I'm gonna have to get me a big pair of scissors and hang out around the GB News studios, because you can't get that from the Dollar Tree. You just cannot. Now, this is where you can see the original part down the middle. The mermaid hair. I think that's supposed to be the mermaid hair. But I guess they have high humidity in London this time of year. Well, actually, it was this time last year. But I guess the humidity was a bit of a challenge. Lorna Williams says, look over Nana's eye. The sun. Let me see here. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Maybe the wig is not as puffy as it appears. Maybe all of that volume, maybe that's her scalp. Yeah, maybe her head is actually shaped like that. Maybe it's not a big puffy wig. But yeah, it does kind of look like there was a struggle over the last salami in the supermarket, and somebody, used it like a nightstick. But thank you so much, Lorna Williams. Let's see, Raffaella Bertoni, thank you for the super sticker, and thank you for watching Royal Sussex. So I don't know why when I look at this picture, I just say, damn, damn, damn. I'm thinking of the, what was that, Good Times, when Florida smashed that punch bowl. Yeah, I don't know why I'm thinking about Florida and that punch bowl. Oh, well. And of course, throughout the broadcast, Nana is well known for her very expressive face. Very expressive. As a matter of fact, I wish she'd stop expressing so much. It's kind of makes it weird to watch. You know what I'm saying? Huh, huh. And then she rolls her eyes. Whenever she rolls her eyes, you know she's talking about Harry and Meghan. Yep, that is definitely a Harry and Meghan eye roll. YM Droid says, no one wants to find out what she's hiding under there. Most people would slide one side under there. Let me see. And she probably has a whole sword. Is okay? I think I know what the G word is. I don't want to say it. Hey, wasn't that one of those Pam Grier movies where she was hiding something inside of her afro? Remember that? Remember that? They told her to put her hands up, and she opened up that little hinge on the afro and pulled her heater out. Oh man, poor Nana. Poor Nana. She tries so hard though. Thank you, YM Droid. She tried so hard. Poor Nana. And here you can see some of the, I think that's the same hair. I think she pretty much wore it every day until it started looking like that. I think this is one of the more recent ones, but you see how it started off. It had a little sheen to it. But then it started getting all dry and yep. Oh well. That's our Nana. Now, where the problem comes from is right here. I can identify the challenges just as the earth crust. The earth, if you dig deep enough, it gets very hot. And that is where you find volcanic activity. It's also where there's an excellent chance you'll find diamonds or some other precious stones. But yeah, so there is one side of the wig that is pushing down on the other, and that creates a upward thrust, and the other side has a downward thrust. So I'll show you right here. You see there? That's where the two plates meet. This is how Vesuvius was covered with ash, because the earth was, the earth constantly expands and contracts. And so kind of, like Thanksgiving, when all of a sudden you can't fit nothing no more after Christmas. Well, that's what's happening here. So one side of the wig is in competition with the other. That's assuming it's a wig. Anyway, there is a downward thrust, a massive amount of weight that is jutting downward. And when these tectonic plates collide, it thrusts the other one upward. And that's where the mountains come from. See there? See how it's sliding underneath the other one? Well, all of this is playing out on Nana's scalp as we speak. You have two opposing forces that meet in the middle. And maybe, just maybe, that's why she keeps making all these faces, is because there is a battle going on top of her head. One tectonic plate is fighting for dominance over the other. So that is where earthquakes come from. So there's like little 7.8, 7.3 seismic activity going on right on top of her head. And nobody's even aware of it because she's such a strong individual that she doesn't scream out in desperation for help. She just merely makes those faces like this. You see what I'm saying? When it gets to be too much for her, she just goes, ugh, ugh. That's what happens. When that seismic activity is taking place on top of her head, she just goes, ugh. That hurts. Ugh. So I am not a geothermic scientist or anything like that. I couldn't tell you what works, okay? I'm not a geologist. I am merely a content creator on a platform that desperately wants to help Nana achieve her dreams of being a very serious television news journalist or whatever she's passing for these days. But you know what? I was just thinking it probably wouldn't be safe for her to swim. You know how those poodles, some poodles are not good for the water because their pelt, their skin, their coat weighs them down. And I mean to tell you, I'm thinking that if she dove into a body of water, she'd create a whirlpool. It would be like the gravitational pull has increased. You know what I mean? So I don't think that'd be a good idea. Yeah, that would be scary, actually. It probably has a tag inside that warns against that. You know, she almost reminds me of Mona Lisa. I'm almost seeing Mona Lisa. Do you? It's more like Nana Lisa. Nana Lisa, Nana Lisa, men have named you. Hmm. Okay. Got it. Now, the mail is oh, I'm sorry. Uh Cynthia, thank you so much for the super sticker. Super chat. Hey there, Baron. Hello everyone. Just sitting here and enjoying the conversation. Thank you so much. And thank you always for watching Royal Sussex. And Lex says, cold land sink, warm land rises. Is she? Oh, let me see. So the cold land sinks, okay, and the warm land rises. Okay, I see the volcanic activity. Is she in the sun? Yeah, okay. Okay, so that's what it is. So we have to get a note to her explaining to her that it's probably a bad idea for her to sit in direct heat from the sun because it may cause even more upward thrust and downward thrust with those tectonic plates. That is a wise observation, Legs. Thank you so much. We may have cured her migraines because otherwise, you know what's going to happen. Ugh. Ugh. Are you okay? Ugh. Maybe you should get out of the sun. Ugh. That poor woman. I just want to help her. That's all. I really do want to help her. I have an eye toward resolution because I can't rest knowing that someone is suffering with, ugh. Oh, man. And you know, as odd as it sounds, I do believe that if you clip part of that wig, it can actually, you could grow your own individual. Like, for instance, I have been very suspicious about that little mop that Angela Levine has been wearing. I've been very suspicious, and this is one of the smaller ones. But I think just like one of those plants, the mother-in-law tongue, or one of those, remember those purple vines? You know, you clip it and you put it in a cup of water. I think that you could actually, you know, I think so. Maybe. I don't know. I think so. It'd be a nice experiment. You know, like if there's any kids of school age and they have a science project, maybe they could just clip a little piece of it and, you know, put it in a cup. And maybe to help it grow faster, put it in a cup with like a potato. Or maybe stir in some sulfurate. Yeah, you got to stir in a little sulfurate, and maybe that would help. Oh yeah, thanks again, Legs. Okay, I think we're gonna help her out. We're gonna help her out. The only thing is, I don't know who's brave enough to tell her. Let's see. Jeanette Amsley says instead of reporting the news, Nana has made the news with a big dirty wig. Oh, thank you so much for that, Jeanette. And Amber Rowan says, Baron, can you imagine her and Kitty's conversation? One mumbles and the other one. Okay, wait, let me do it. Oh, man. Yes, I couldn't imagine they would get very far, but then again, maybe they would have a language of their own because they have a sisterhood of wigs. Because, well, you know, those are extensions, clearly extensions, and that is the wig. Now, you know, that's too much hair. That is too much hair. That is way too much hair. It's not even convincing. That is too much hair. But thank you again, Amber, and thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Cynthia says, is she married for real? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think she's married to her profession. Although I do believe she has a daughter, but I don't think she's married right now. At least she's mentioned a daughter, but she's never mentioned a husband. And then again, I don't know if I would know if she said it or not, because usually all I really ever hear is, ugh. Everything's, I guess it's the way she goes, ugh, you know what I mean? But it all sounds the same to me. So right here, the Mail is reminding everyone that Carol Middleton is Prince William's second mom. I'm sorry for these creepy AI pictures. There are virtually no photos I could find of them together. And that's true. I don't think I've ever seen a photo of William with Ma or Pa Middleton. I don't think I've ever seen it. I don't think I've ever seen one. And after I read this, I looked myself and I couldn't see it. So that is an AI of William embracing Carol Middleton. And of course, I believe that's Carol, Kate, and William. Well, I tell you, AI pictures William having a whole lot of hair. But I don't know. You see how AI made his wrist kind of limp? You see that? Why did the AI make his wrist look so limp like that? That is weird. I mean, it's like his hands are thrusted downward, right? Why would the AI do that? I mean, does the AI know something that other people don't know? Is it the pulled pork sandwiches, maybe? But I just noticed that the AI has his hands all, has his hand looking kind of like there's no joint there, like it just flops around. How you doing? How you doing? Right? Interesting. Oh well. Oh, by the way, you guys, remember I was saying that Nana had said something really nasty? She said that, you know how the Instagram, you know how Meghan used the 9 squares to make up the Instagram photo? She said it looks like a cup of sick. In other words, a cup of, it looked like someone got very sick. And I'm just like, how do you see something as innocuous and as, a very blank canvas palette, thus allowing the customer to decide what they want, what aesthetic is more appealing? So why would you, a news reporter look at the American Riviera orchard and say it looks like a cup of sick. I mean, well, does she have some kind of like quality where she sees things other people don't? Right? I didn't think it looked like that. I thought it looked like a very interesting backdrop for whatever is going there. Plus, when Meghan went to the event, what was it, yesterday? She wasn't what am I trying to say? She didn't really have any colors that popped except for her earrings. So why are you, why are you finding something wrong with that background? She's just mean. She's just very cruel to the Sussexes. Baron, are we sure that you don't have a crush on Nana? Well, I rather I look at her and I see a blank canvas and I see so much improvement that could be had. And I really want to help her. I really, really want to help her. But not if she's gonna say things about our fave that I won't stand for. But yeah, I'm just trying to help her. Let me see here. Anyway, that's a bigger version of those photos. Okay. That kind of looks like Kate. That doesn't look like William. And that version of Carol is way too young. Way too young. Uh-oh. You know what? It looks like Kate has 6 fingers. I just noticed that. It looks like Kate has 6 AI fingers. You see that? I don't know why AI mess up the hands like that. And it is very creepy that they can mess up those hands like that. Oh, I don't like that. Ugh, that creeps me out. That does creep me out. It looks like, you know how there's always a finger missing from those photos that she takes? It looks like AI found it. Yeah, all of the appendages that are missing from Kate's edits or, whatever she does. Well, all of those missing digits seem to be in this photo. Yeah, Carol also looks like a blank canvas. Like there's nothing going on. Lights on, but nobody's home. But she's always had that kind of weird glare. You know what I mean? Always. I mean, those eyes are just piercing through your soul, trying to figure out, do I have an opportunity to make money off of you? Oh, check this out. I got a soundbite for you guys. I got a soundbite. I love her. I got a soundbite. Mm-mm-mm.
And guess what you're going to be doing when that Netflix documentary come out? Watching it just like the rest of us, girl. It's okay. It's okay. I understand that y'all be bigger fans than us actual fans. Like y'all literally will watch it just so y'all have something to say. But while you're watching it and critiquing it and spewing your negativity, guess what you're doing? You're running mother and daddy Sussexes' money up. So it's okay. It's okay. I understand. I get it. Y'all are bigger fans than we are. You and your negativity support financially mother and daddy Sussex lifestyle that y'all so like to talk about, right? It's okay, girl. It's okay, JoJo. You don't watch trash. You in my comments talking about you don't watch trash, but yet you on my page watching and commenting about trash you don't watch. Make that make sense, JoJo. Have a good day, girl. And guess what you're gonna be doing when that Netflix documentary come out? Watching it just like the rest of us, girl. It's okay. It's okay. I understand that y'all be bigger fans than us actual fans. Like y'all literally will watch it just so y'all have something to say. But you know, while you're watching it and critiquing it and spewing your negativity, guess what you're doing? You're running mother and daddy Sussexes' money up. So it's okay. It's okay. I understand. I get it. Y'all are bigger fans than we are. You and your negativity support financially mother and daddy Sussex lifestyle that y'all so.
I'm trying to read the name of her on TikTok. It looks like, let me see. Let me see. Oh, you know what? I should have it up here just in case you want to explore her TikTok. Okay. I got ITZ _ ME _ KE _ So I repeat that in case you want to check out her TikTok. ITZ _ ME _ KE. So it's me KE. That's her TikTok. Barely see it there, but I think that's what it says. Okay, but she made some good points. She made some good points. You all are only you're stuffing money into the Sussexes' pockets. I mean, thanks to all of these people hate watching, people going to get a subscription to Netflix so that they could hate watch. As a matter of fact, could you imagine the effect that they are having on Meghan and Harry? But imagine what this is doing for both of them, but especially Meghan, especially because Meghan, like I said, Meghan has the extra added burden of having to look a certain way because of the glare of the media and, of course, the wider public. And people who love her just want to see her representing. So, okay, let me show you what all of this extra attention is doing. Voila. So I think that this is probably like a glimpse of what Meghan would wear to an eventual King William coronation. I think Meghan would probably wear this to King William's coronation. Whenever her brother-in-law has his coronation, because you know the bank can only hold so much money. And because the bank can only hold so much money, the overflow of the money, knowing Meghan, and especially with her new television venture, she would probably find some way to take the excess money, because you know the US dollar is actually made out of linen, not paper. And so they would take that excess linen and sew it together and create a ball gown out of it. Very clever. Very clever. So yep, I found I found this floating around the interweb, and I'm just like, yep. I think that's a prelude of what's to come. So very cool. Can't wait to see it. Well, thank you to the ancestors. Thank you to the ancestors for pushing back against some of this treachery that was coming from Kensington Palace and from those other two, Clarence House, Buckingham Palace, whichever handle they're using. But yeah, it's the ancestors that have been working very hard to push back against the weight of their tyranny. Prince Harry's PR team are stage managing his public appearances to avoid You guys, this is going to be kind of long today. I just realized that because I got a bunch of slides. Okay. So, to try to avoid gotcha moments amid Sussex's dwindling popularity, royal experts say as Duke dodges live stream and carefully choreographs his attendance at events, charging up to £1,200 a ticket. So, in other words, the only way we could have gotten into that Sentebale, even if we were invited, was to pay £1,200 per ticket. I think that they wrote this article because they were kind of salty about not being welcome. I think they're kind of salty. So because they're a bit salty over at Salt Island, somebody retreated to their keyboard and took it upon themselves. Actually, they were probably instructed to write one of those hatchet pieces. I didn't bother with the article. I started to, and then I said, no, this is stupid. Well, I got halfway through it, and I'm going to show you what I found out was an error or a flat out lie, but possibly an error. Let me see. What's that? Ulevi says, no, Baron, no improvement is possible. This would be a mission important, even for Tom Cruise. A mission important. I love it. And should you decide to take this case, or however they used to say that, and then the message will destruct in whatever seconds. But yeah, so it sounds like somebody was kind of angry because they were not able to. So this is let me see, what is his name? It is Mark Dual, and he's a writer. Yes, this child is a writer for the Daily Mail. This chocolate milk drinking, dirt bike riding, wretched soul writes for the Daily Mail. This is someone who I think is waiting for his mom to pick him up from soccer practice. He writes for the Daily Mail. That's why I told you guys, the Daily Mail, they're going to start sourcing writers from the middle schools across America in order to keep up with the demand. This looks like that kid that would play with his peas and potatoes, or be shooting milk out of his nose and watch this. Every day he's probably says that, hey, dude, watch this. Want to see me do such and such? I could shoot milk out of my nose. Watch this. Yeah, he seems like the type. Let me see. Leg says, is this why they are broke, losing jobs? How long will they go on with negativity? Wank are bringing in, Wank is not bringing in the money yet. So still continue. Why harass Harry and Meghan? I'm going to tell you what I heard. I heard that right now, this is the logic. Right now, that they kind of have the tabloids on cruise control. They're using the autonomous feature of the vehicle, if you will. They're traveling using the autonomous feature. In other words, just keep writing silly things like Harry misses his sister-in-law and, that kind of stuff. Because I still believe that there was a 2024 announcement, and that 2024 announcement may actually carry on right through the year and possibly won't come out until next year. So I'm willing to wager you that some of the people that are not working right now, I shouldn't wager, but some of the people that are not working right now are doing it out of choice. Won't say who. Won't say how, I'm sure. It's just a hunch I have. But that 2024 announcement still needs a bit of cover, because when it finally when whatever comes out, I don't know if you guys listened to Celibacy today, but they made a really good point. December 25th. December 25th, that was the last time that people could honestly say, I know that's Kate Middleton. I'm sure of it. But aside from that, everything else has been dodgy, iffy, or downright impossible. So that's what they're doing. They are on autopilot for the time being. And at some point, they're going to have to come out with the truth. But nobody's satisfied with these explanations for Kate. Nobody. So thank you, Legs, for the incredible insight as always. And thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Lizzie 34. Thank you for the super chat. Thanks, Baron, for telling it like it is. Yes, thank you very much for listening. And as always, again, for being here and being so supportive. You guys have been very supportive, and I do appreciate it, each and every one of you, even the ones that can only like and share, or you have a subscription or even a membership. It doesn't matter. The engagement is what keeps this channel alive. So thank you very much. Okay, so they've listed some things, right? It says Prince Harry and Meghan's appearances so far this year. Does that list look kind of light? Like, for instance, was there nothing that happened during the months of what is it? Okay, January, they have only one event. February, they have a few, but still there's some things that are missing. And I want to share with you what I think is missing. Okay, what happened to Jamaica? What happened to Jamaica? I mean, that was a big deal. They were angry about Jamaica. I didn't see Jamaica on the list. They have, let me see, January the 19th, Living Legends of Aviation, Beverly Hills Hotel. February the 6th, King Charles meeting. So that's when Harry went to the meeting on the 6th. The 9th, Resort World Theater, Las Vegas surprise appearance. That's when he gave the trophy, presented the trophy, right? And then there was the online Well Child appearance. And then in February the 28th, also that day, there was the Cadogan Hall London surprise appearance video release. ITV. Okay, I think that's one and the same. I'm not sure. But I'm going to tell you why. Okay, wait, let me get to that first. So they got to South by Southwest, right? South by Southwest, Austin Convention Center, Texas, in person, agency photographer present. Okay. Again, that was an event where the tabloids were shut out. Again, that was an event where the tabloids were shut out. But with the South by Southwest, Harry also went to a community center. Let me see, what else did Harry do? Well, let me see. Well, he did support his wife at the South by Southwest, but it was something else. Well, they went to that birthday party, right? And they are both, you know, kind of in with the family there. So there's that. Okay. I mean, he was there, but it's just weird. They didn't list anything that he did, right? And then March 14th, online release on Instagram by new account for Meghan. Let me see here. Oh, I'm not turning these. Let me see. So what I meant to say about Jamaica, one of the reasons why they probably omitted the Jamaica visit is because do you remember how embarrassing that was for William? William and Kate went to Jamaica and was so embarrassed, y'all. And Harry and Meghan go to Jamaica and they were greeted like visiting heads of state. They were greeted like the visiting heads of state. Glory. I have to say it like Auntie Esther. Oh, glory. They were treated like visiting heads of state. And the only thing that they could do is make up some lie about where they were seated while they were visiting. Why would she wear that outfit? And no. But the truth is, that proved embarrassing to William that Harry and Meghan went there and were greeted like the NASA astronauts that just flew back from the moon. And William couldn't take it. Like that pathetic attempt he made to try to measure toe to toe with Harry and his legends of aviation. So, yeah, they skipped that because they didn't want to talk about Jamaica. William and Kate takes a photo with the Bob Marley statue. Harry goes and gets on bended knee so that he could hold hands, so he could kiss the hand of Rita Marley, like a national treasure in Jamaica. Harry was welcomed by the Marley family as though he was a brother coming back from overseas or something. That was the difference. So again, if you're going to say Prince Harry and Meghan's appearances so far this year, why wouldn't you include that? I still don't see it. All I see is living legends of aviation. Mark, not so thorough, are we? Oh, and Travelers. There was a Travelers announcement. Harry had a meeting with Travelers. Remember, they had announced some new companies. They had brought on some new companies. That was a big deal. And they omitted that. Connie Balmer! Hey, Connie Balmer. Good morning. Good morning. Okay. And of course, let me see. I want to be fair and show you guys one more time what was on the list. So we're up to March. Science Museum, London, virtually. Okay. To winner in the room after event. Okay. And then the SoFi Stadium. Okay, they did go there. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. And then also they got the Better Up Summit. Let me see. Where is Living Legends? That was in January. Okay. Yeah. So they did talk about that. So you see what I'm saying? Y'all know they did more than that. You all know they did more work than this. Why are they trying to make it seem like this is William's list? William's list is about half of this. Okay. But that's what they're doing. They're trying to sneak in a false equivalency, right? When Harry actually works. William is trying to be Harry and just work from home. Ain't that something? Boy, I tell you, you got to watch these people. They slick. They are slick. Yes, and they also didn't include the year to Invictus. Thank you. Where is the year to Invictus? Yes, where is it? Mark, with your daddy suit on, you little scrawny chicken neck. Where is that little scrawny chicken neck of yours? How come you didn't include the countdown to Invictus, all they said was ABC television, right? I think I saw that somewhere. All they said was ABC television, but they didn't say that anything about the countdown or visiting the First Nations. Harry visited, what was it, 4 of the First Nations. That was a big deal. And that's another thing. They probably didn't want to talk about that because that is yet another way that Harry has bested his father and his brother. Because remember, usually the royals just show up, but Harry has been in constant communication with the First Nations or the indigenous people in Canada. He has been in touch with them even at the last Invictus game so that they could see what it was all about. Right? Charles and William, especially William, he didn't do anything like that. When William goes overseas, when William goes to another country, his preparation for engaging with the native inhabitants, his preparation is, there was a dancer back in Harlem during the Renaissance, and they used to call him Snake Hips. And I don't know if you guys know this, but Ella Fitzgerald actually did not plan to sing. She wanted to, when she went to the Apollo, she was trying to imitate this guy that they used to call Snake Hips something. And I think that was the amount of preparation and the type of preparation that William used for his trip to Jamaica. He wasn't interested in the history or, reggae music or anything like that. All he wanted to do was to show people he could shake his moneymaker. Yeah, so that was all he cared about. He didn't, he wasn't interested in the people. He just wanted to show people what he could do with his little hips. Yeah, let me see. Was that his name right there? Yeah, Earl Tucker, dancer known for snake hips. So that's what William probably must have seen somehow. He must have seen Earl Tucker, who was famous for his snake hips. Could you imagine the horror? The queen, who of course was kept abreast of everything happening. Could you imagine one of the courtiers, Mom, I would like to show you the footage. However, it may cause you a spot of bother as it is rather controversial. Oh, just play it. Philip, tell him to just play it. And then, of course, the Queen sits there in her little home movie theater and they roll tape. And there's William shaking that moneymaker, y'all. Shaking that moneymaker. I bet you the Queen's glasses fogged up when she saw that. Talk about 1990. I bet you they didn't have this back in 1992 when her whole world fell apart. 1992 is a year that I shan't look back upon with undiluted pleasure. Yep. Instead, 2022 is a year that I shan't look back upon with undiluted pleasure. That was a year that William and Catherine lost half of the Commonwealth. Yep, 2022. Oh, well. So that is the little pipsqueak that wrote that article. This kid who got to work on a skateboard is the one who wrote that nasty article about the Sussexes, implying that Harry had to be very careful about where he would go and what he does and all that kind of stuff. Hogwash. Harry hits back. How did he hit back? Wait a minute. What was that? Oh, that was an old headline. I don't know why I had that. Anyway, let's continue. Oh, you guys, are you seeing double? Because I am. Are you seeing double? Prince William cheers on Aston Villa with his son George on their first outing after Kate's cancer news. Well, you can't see it from here, but there's actually another kid that is, I'm thinking that it is one of, now, let me just say this. I'm not going to try to make up stuff, but the other kid, I think it's Rose Hanbury's kid, right? That went out to whatever game that was with George and William. Now, that's not so unusual because even, Princess Diana, I can't remember who the kid was, but remember when Harry was first introduced to Formula One as a child? Well, one of his playmates was there with him. So I don't think it's unusual for the kid to come without the parents. But in this case, people are speculating, well, not only is that the future king and George's papa, and I'll let your imagination fill in the rest. I will let your imagination fill in the rest. What's that? William makes me laugh, though I have some pain today. Thank you, Baron. Oh, I'm glad you're here with us. Yeah, she didn't want to hold that. He didn't want to hold that woman's hands. And that was a weird little move that he made. You got to admit that. Is he? I didn't notice. Wait a minute. Wait, let me see here. Oh, you know what? I don't think that the Windsor men wear wedding bands. I think Harry is like the only guy in the family that wears a wedding band. I don't think any other men in the family wear a wedding band. I think Harry's the only one. I'm pretty sure of it. And you wouldn't know it from the tabloids because they never mention it. Oh, I see someone else is saying he never wears he never wears a ring. And by the way, he's a lefty. He's not right-handed. He's left-handed. So he writes with his left. You know what? I cannot tell if that's George or not. I'm thinking it is, but I don't think that's George. I think that's the other kid. I do believe that's the other kid. That is not George. Oh, Ulevi says that Mark was recruited from high school detention. Yeah, right out of the Breakfast Club and into the Daily Mail front page. Let me see. William's first time out. I'm trying to figure out which kid is that. I'm trying to figure out which kid it is. I don't know. Let me see. Here's a. Oh. You know, okay, maybe it is George. Maybe that was George. But there's one picture here, and the other boys, this is the Tatler, the other boy's face is obscured behind somebody's big head. They won't even show the other kid's face. Isn't that something? Tatler won't even show the other kid's face. How could you put 3 different photos and each one is like the neighbor on that tool, what's his name? Ted the tool guy or whatever. Or like when Kate was supposedly riding in that car and she turned her head. Also, don't you think it's strange that they have to or George has to wear a suit when he goes out? I mean, he's going to oh, wait a minute, he's not wearing a necktie. Never mind. I was about to be critical. Okay, moving on. And of course, I thought about this pathetic soul. Remember Richard Kay, the big crybaby, Richard Kay, who was so upset because Meghan and Harry, they could tell us where they're going and what their plans are. They could tell us. Remember that? Oh, he sounded so sad and pathetic. Oh, he was so upset, y'all. He was so upset. I don't know why they can't just tell us what they're doing, where they're going, who they're going to see. Tell us something. Tell us something. We want to know. We have a right to know. It was sad. It was sad. I'm going to play it for you. It was so sad. I mean, I was feeling kind of sorry for him. You know, which just goes to show, once you know how things are done with that institution and such, you could never unsee it. Here we go.
What they need to do, seems to me, going forward.
Oh, sorry.
Is build bridges in the United Kingdom, in particular, with their family. Perhaps get back onto social media in some way. Don't be so hostile. Be more open about what they're doing. You know, when they do something, we, the media, only learn about it at the very last moment. It's very hard to engage with them as a couple. And I think there's room for big change there if they want to. What they need to do, it seems to me, going forward, is build bridges in the United Kingdom, in particular, with their family. perhaps get back onto social media in some way, don't be so hostile. Be more open about what they're doing. You know, when they do something, we, the media, only learn about it at the very last moment. It's very hard to engage with them as a couple. And I think there's room for big change there if they want to. What they need to do, it seems to me, going forward, is build.
Okay. Is that what they need to do? Is that what they need to do? Is to not be so hostile, to build bridges, especially in this country. And they need to get back on social media. That's what he just said. He said what he said. I mean, it was sad. It was pathetic. Have you no dignity, sir? Have you no dignity? Apparently not. I thought he was going to start crying, to be honest with you. I thought he was going to start crying when he realized the errors of his way, and of course the rest of the tabloid. But, you know, I could say this, though. He's not the worst of them, but he's still one of them. He's not the worst, but he's still one of them. And then, of course, Tom Barr, well, the Meghan, and of course, the blazing hussy, and Meghan is still I mean, he just sounds like he is in desperate need of an enema. Oh, Meghan, and then that weird. His mouth is so weird, isn't it? I mean, look at him. He just sounds like one of those pompous, uptight, you know, English lords that I've seen in all the old movies. Or like when they would invite someone to play like old stuffy English lord, like on I Love Lucy or something like that. I would expect them to bring Tom Barrow out there. Well, the pip cheerio. Oh, lovely weather. You know, when they have that really thick accent, you can only hear the first couple of words. Yeah, that is like some kind of accent that the posh people use. It's not for general consumption. It's for the very posh. Well, anyway, Tom Bauer had the nerves to try to say that the Sussexes are broke. That's the other thing. So usually they're always, if you watch Celebrity today, you know, they identified some of that tabloid behavior, the way they're always trying to find some reason why Harry and Meghan should come, but maybe they're not welcome to come. And at the same time, when it gets close to the event, they say, are you coming? Please let us know. Can you just send us a wire and let us know that you're coming? They will even put it on the front page. Have you guys seen that? They will put it on the front page of the newspaper, sending out a cry for help to beg Harry and Meghan to tell them if they're coming. How sad is that? Are you bringing the children? Is Meghan gonna come? They ask about everybody but Doria. They even ask for the lawn care. Whoever cuts the grass over at the Sussex's house, they want to know if the gardener is coming. Well, what about your dry cleaner? Do you think you'll bring your dry cleaner with you? And the reason why, I think they assume that it's a better chance that Meghan will come if her hairdresser or esthetician is going to show up. Then of course, she's going to go. I mean, it'd be weird if the esthetician was there and she wasn't, right? So yeah, they get very pushy about it. So anyway, JJ, I can never pronounce his last name, but the guy right there, he actually brought up the topic of Tom Bauer's comment at the time, right? And then there's JJ what is it? When they take the appendix out, aptendectomy. I think that's his name is aptendectomy. So JJ aptendectomy, well, anyway, that thing. He's the one that set everybody straight. So I shouldn't talk about him because because he set everybody straight. And I'm going to play that for you. Yeah, so JJ Appendage. That's his name, JJ Appendage. How could I forget that? Oh, let me see. Wait. Oh, I know where I put it. I know where I put it. This is going to be embarrassingly easy to find because I sent it to my profile.
I don't think, even if they lost everything.
Gotta put the speaker on. Yes, Amber, they are desperate.
Tom Bauer, I'm glad he's not my accountant because, I mean, Tom, you know, if biographer and all the rest of it, but Harry and Meghan are worth an absolute bomb. Yeah. So I don't think, even if they lost everything and whether they deserve to, whatever the case, they've got a lot of money. So I don't think there's a problem in that respect, JJ.
Yeah, they've got shed loads. Tom Bauer is clearly a man who just hates Meghan Markle. That's it.
Yeah.
I won't go as far as to call him a misogynist because he's not mean to all women, just Meghan Markle. He knows clearly nothing about Hollywood. Stick to the royals, Tom, because you know nothing about how Hollywood works. Just because she signed to a new agency, he thinks, wow, she should be working straight away. It's not how it works. Yeah. The biggest players in Hollywood do not work continually flat out and non-stop. Actually, it's the people who are less successful who are trudging and trawling, trying to get everything they can. I'll just very quickly tell you a story. The most successful director of our time, Martin Scorsese, teams up with the most successful actor of our time, Leonardo DiCaprio. For The Wolf of Wall Street, one of the most successful biographies in history, they couldn't find any financing. Have you got the world's greatest director and the world's greatest actor in Hollywood? Nobody wants to fund their films. That's how Hollywood is. So if he thinks that they're unsuccessful because they've been paid a shed load of money from Netflix and Spotify, and Netflix have already said it's still the most successful documentary they've ever had on the platform, but they're not successful. He's an absolute idiot. I mean, get in the bin.
We talked.
Now, did JJ call him out or what? He's talking about Tom Bauer. He's an absolute idiot, and he should get into the bin. For those of you in the U.S., that means the garbage can. You know, the bin, the garbage cans. So he's saying that Tom Bauer, once the sexiest man alive, needs to throw himself in the garbage. Yes, I know it's hard, but it's true. At one time, Tom Bauer was the sexiest man alive. So, just kidding. Okay. Okay. You know, I got one of those, I have a standing desk and it's time to sit down. But yeah, so JJ set him straight. So good on you, JJ. I was pleasantly pleased and surprised by his vigorous response. I thought that was a great example. You got the best actor at the time. You got the best director. And if they can't make it, who can make it? Okay. Oh, what did I miss? Okay. Thank you, Cookies and Cream. Well said. Well said. All right. Now, Business Times. Prince Harry soars into Aviation Hall of Fame, Trump triumphing over Sandhurst snub. So I almost forgot about this, but let me refresh your tea. Before Harry was nominated for that Living Legends of Aviation Award, Harry's name was omitted from the Sandhurst College. Sandhurst, of course, being a college, his name was not included in their alumni book or list of whatever. Not only did they not include his name, but also they omitted William's name. Okay, so let me tell you the only thing that was different there is that they made it a big point to tell everybody that William, or somebody working for him most likely, wrote the foreword to the Sandhurst book for that year. William wrote the foreword. And then Kensington Palace leaked to anyone who was listening, did you know that Harry, his name's not even in the book? So they tried to humiliate Harry, only for his American family of fellow countrymen. He's one of us now, and he was honored by the Living Legends of Aviation. And what happened? They were like, oh, he shouldn't accept that. That's bad taste. He shouldn't accept that. That doesn't make sense. He only had 2 tours, all that kind of stuff, 2 tours of duty. But I actually have a video where Rebecca English, the model extraordinaire, Rebecca, not model, what am I saying? But anyway, the writer, the what do you call it? The Royal Rota. She's like the one in charge of the Royal Rota. Whew. Model, Rebecca English, a model. Anyway, she wrote an article at the time boasting about what a great pilot Harry was. One of the best pilots that the British military ever had, flying that Apache helicopter. As a matter of fact, she wrote about the maneuvers that Harry made while training with the American Marines, I think it was. So no problem there. Harry is actually very good. And I don't think he kept up his certification to fly the Apache. But at the time, he was one of the best in his class. And he had some mad skills that a lot of people just did not. So that's what, well, anyway, I'm just saying. They tried to humiliate Harry, and it did not work out. Oh, you think so? He better. Well, he has an excellent chance of keeping his job because, they want to, as they go after the Sussexes, they want to have at least one of these and one of those, if you understand what I'm saying. He may survive for that reason. Okay. King Charles duped by senior aide into appointing colleague to palace role while monarch was recovering from cancer treatment, source claims. I don't know how that's possible. How could he have been duped? How could King Charles III have been duped? I mean, after all, you're the king. How are you getting duped? Well, it says here, the courtier at the center of the extraordinary bust up, that is Garter, King of Arms, David White. Oh, that's an interesting title. But anyway, yeah. That's interesting. But what was I saying? Well, yeah, okay. So that's the guy right there. That's David White. And if you take a look on the left, there's Charles III. But what I'm curious about is how could he be so triggered by this? How could he be so angry about this? Where was that outburst when he went for a horse ride one day and came back with a new mom for Harry and Meghan? I mean, for William and Harry, right? He goes out to get some bread and come back with a horse. That's like Jack and the Beanstalk. I send you to go and buy some food, and you take the few beans that we got to eat, and you plant a tree, and you go up in the sky. We can't eat that whole tree. Well, in this case, you can't eat a horse, not by yourself. So things change. People take advantage. He told his mother that he was going to marry the proper woman, and somehow, and see, let me show you the depth of their deception. When it comes to deception, Charles should not be upset because he is very expert at deceiving people. I'll show you what I mean. Give me just a second. Okay, so take a look at this. You see that ladder on the left side there? Charles says he won't remarry if he divorced. So to get people on board with a divorced king, Charles said that he would never marry again after Diana, right? And then the very next one, we're going from the bottom to the top. Prince Charles to marry Camilla Parker Bowles, but she won't be queen. You hear what I just said? She won't ever be queen. That sounds like deception, right? Charles lied to the British people. Lied. I'm not even going to say allegedly. He lied. First, he said he wouldn't marry her, the person who busted up the marriage. And then he said she'll never be queen. So remember, they said that when Charles becomes king, that Camilla would be known as the queen. I'm sorry, the princess consort. Princess consort. That way, it won't fly in the face of people who loved and respected Princess Diana. That was the whole idea of it, was to make sure that, yeah. Anyway, let me see here. Okay, I was trying to do something. Oh, wait, that didn't do it. I'll try one more time. Bring front. Okay, and then after that, answer was explained at the time of their wedding in April 2005. It is intended that the Duchess will be known as HRH, the princess consort, when the Prince of Wales accedes the throne. So again, when Charles becomes king, she was never supposed to be queen. She was going to be princess consort. And then, of course, with that big okey doke that they pulled on Queen Elizabeth, allegedly telling Queen Elizabeth, if you publicly call her queen, meaning that you let people know that she's not going to be a princess consort, when I die, she's going to be a queen consort. That is what the promise Charles wanted from his mother before she died. And he got it. And people say the only reason why that happened is because Charles promised that William was never gonna, I mean, not William, but what am I saying? William, Andrew is never gonna leave that royal lodge. That was the promise, right? Charles tried to renege, but he just didn't have solid ground to do it. So Andrew continues to stay in that big house he can't afford, right? And then the next one says, Queen backs Camilla to be queen consort on Jubilee. So for the platinum Jubilee, now all of a sudden, Queen Elizabeth said, you know what? You know that thing about the princess consort? Forget about that. I want everybody to call her Queen Consort. Camilla, the Queen Consort. Well, that lasted until Lizzie took her last breath. And then all of a sudden, Camilla will be queen. Not Queen Consort after Charles, but Queen. Queen Consort Camilla is expected to have the title change after the coronation of her husband, King Charles, ascending to the throne. So there are several points right there where there was a lie, a very open public lie. So how could Charles be so upset that somebody had him skip something that, you know what I'm saying? How could he be so upset? You do it all the time. Change the rules. And so there you go. I don't know if she can go on the money or not, but I bet you they're going to try. They're going to try. They're going to put her on a coin. Now, I'm pretty sure that the parliament has to approve of that, but she's going on a coin. She is going to go on a coin. Trust me. She is. Okay. And there you go. Charles went out to ride a horse and come back with a new wife. Oh, man. That's what they call deception. Here's some more of that Charles deception. How about cash for honors? I'm not going to go through all those papers, but what about cash for honors? That was deceptive. And all you worried about is getting your overfed brother out of Royal Lodge? Please. Look at how much, how much dirt Charles has been doing. Okay. Oh, there we go. And lastly, there is that whiskey, that Scotch whiskey. Look at that beautiful bottle. I love that bottle. Now, you may notice that the whiskey glass is very bulbous in shape. You know, they do that because the aroma that's coming off of the whiskey, it needs to breathe a bit. And that way you can kind of swirl it around in the glass before you swallow it. So yeah, you're supposed to swirl it around and then put your nose right through the top. Right through the rim of the glass. You just want to enjoy that bouquet. Very, very cool. Okay. And Nacho Figueras and his wife Delfina are in Miami for Prince Harry's Sentebale charity polo event. And just so happens she's dressed up in the same color as that whiskey Scotch bottle. Very cool. Let me see, what's that? I keep telling people they make up their own rules. People still quote the very laws they made up and can change whenever they choose. They've been doing it for 1,000 years. Yes, 1,000 years. Okay. Keep calm and mock derangers. Okay. Remember that. Oh, how did I skip over this one? I love that image right there. But yes, keep calm and mock derangers. Okay. Don't ever forget to do that. You got to mock the derangers and talk about a false equivalency. Not only did William reject the little peck on the cheeks, but he just rejected her. Yeah, just oof. She couldn't. Oh, I do have that video, don't I? I still have that video. Wait, is that it? Oh, there it is. There it is. That's the one. That's the one. Okay, that was fun. All right, you guys. And then I think this is the last of them. Do you remember the other day I had found that picture of that girl that is dating one of those Trump kids, right? Guilfoyle, soup cooler. The one got them big soup coolers. Anyway, I just found out that it looks like they're growing them at Mar-a-Lago. It looks like they have an whole army of those overpumped beauties. Look at that. They all look like her. A whole team of them. How do they talk? How do they eat? And I'm going to leave it there, okay? But wow. Is that irreversible? Ooh. Ooh. That looked painful. That has got to be AI. It's got to be AI. I don't think that's a real photo. Okay. So, with that, you guys, I am going to say good night. Thank you all so much. I know it is frightening, isn't it? Let us end with a last word. I shared this earlier the year. If you don't let your past die, then it won't let you live. If you don't let your past die, it won't let you live. So whatever it is you're hanging on to that is not even important, not even relevant, but you're just full of remorse and bad feelings, let it go. Let it go. Lay down your sword and shield. If you've had some dispute, let it go. Whatever is holding you, tying you down, whatever has you fastened to the past, let it go. Just let it go. Let it flow. Let it flow, let it flow, let it fly. And everything's gonna work out right, you know. Woo! Just let it go. Let it flow. Let it flow. Yes, listen to Tony Braxton. Let it flow. Okay? Let it flow. Good night, B10. Good night, everybody. Okay. Thank you, Mod Squad. Thank you to our queens for those extraordinary kids that are changing the world each and every day. Almost 3 hours. Good grief. Okay. Love you guys. I will see you all tomorrow. And let's cue the ginger Avenger. Yes.